Trevor Epstein with the Morning Pilot Update. This update is for Monday, the 6th of May, 2024, 8:15 a.m. Central Time. So as we look at the markets, there's no U.S. economic data, the big data, that is scheduled for release. Yes, you're going to get some earnings report and other types of minor things. Depends what you're in, obviously. But that's where you're at. The event that happened over the weekend is that Israel and Hamas, the talks have broken down. Hamas is staying exactly where they were. They want a full withdrawal and they want a permanent peace. That isn't going to happen on Israel's terms. So Israel, overnight, for us, started dropping leaflets in parts of Rafah, telling about 100,000 people in the selected area that they're to move out. They're in extreme danger as Israel's coming in with extreme force to remove the Hamas element. So this has begun. It hit X, the old tweeter, and that is going out. Now, will people trust it? They don't know. Where do they run to? That's another thing. You probably got to get some people into the new area, and then word coming back that it is safe and whatever they have set up for them is set up, because people are going to be petrified with this. Obviously, the world's going to be outraged at first, but the outrage should turn to Hamas. They're not willing to give up on anything. They'd rather sacrifice their people and hold to this. They're counting on all these elements. So we will see how this is all going to play out. In Europe, we're getting a set of PMIs. I'll write about that in my report. But over the weekend, people had a chance to think about these reports that came out, especially the U.S. jobs data. And any way you look at it, we are seeing weakness starting to show up in jobs. On a relative basis, it's very strong, but it's not as strong as it was, which is leading, I think, people to believe correctly that maybe in the last quarter of the year, I don't know if it's September, December, if it keeps going in the direction it is, the Fed will make a cut, and more likely more cuts in the first part of 2025. And the market is friendly to that. So what you are getting is a mixture of the war picking up the gold market, the silver market. Copper's up on its own as President Xi is in Europe. He's visiting France, Serbia, and Hungary. Don't you think that's weird? Well, just think about it. Serbia and Hungary, very friendly with Russia. And Macron has talked about certain things. He doesn't want to defend Taiwan, and that's favorable to President Xi. So those are the countries. First visit in 5 years, so it is a big event. Dollar down, most currencies up as the market is coming to terms that the next move in the dollar, the next move will be probably steady, but ultimately a rate cut, not a rate hike. You're getting a neutral reaction to that in the bonds and the notes. You're coming down a little bit in the grains. You know, we've had a lot of rain in the Midwest where you get the corn market in Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana, all through that. You're not seeing damage from that. If anything, it's nice and moist, just the opposite. A rally taking place, obviously, because you're going to shut down the Red Sea for months to come once Israel moves into Rafah. So that is not going to change from December when the shipping company said, nah, we're going to reroute. That's going to continue on. I don't look for any change there. So obviously, this whole thing is going to blow up for the Democratic Convention in Chicago in August if Israel goes ahead. As they said, they first got to move people. It's May. Maybe there's a June invasion. Who the heck knows how long that lasts? Going to be an ugly, ugly thing that goes on. When we look at these markets, you know, each morning, as you know, whether you trade futures, stocks, ETFs, I cover for you in the morning in our member videos, and I go through, and our charts look just like you saw. They'll be up again in a minute here. But you get both the spider and the ETF, a lot more studies than you see at the end of the day. And I break down on a weekly and a daily chart trade recommendations, stops, why they're there, what the chart pattern or indicators are saying, how they go about. You get free access to my special reports. Today I'm going to be trying to do one of those, at least one today, maybe one of the stocks too. So I'll be putting some together here. The combo package is, I think, the way to go, because sometimes you want to get into, say, gold, and the futures have too much risk, but the gold spiders are right there. that's the way that you move. So the combination is interesting. Visit iraepstein.com under research. All the facts and everything you need is there, or move your cursor to the top here. I'm Ira. I'll pick up with you at the end of the day in our market review. Have a great trading day.